Hi, I'm Naomi Johnson and I'm here today interviewing Patrick White from the SME Academy. We're going to be talking about his business growth course, which is a 6-week course, which is 2 hours per week. So Patrick, you've been running this course for how long now?
Well, the next one will be course number 13.
Course number 13, that's a lot of businesses coming through.
Yes.
So what are some of the biggest successes you've had from this course?
Well, there's one particular company that's grown from doing £750,000 to now turning over 30 million.
Wow.
They were on one of the very early courses. We've had other people that have come on and tripled and quadrupled their business.
Wow.
But one of the main benefits of the course is that it leaves a legacy in the business. Once you've done the course, because of the tools I provide, you can use them over and over again in your business. So you can then run the course for yourself virtually after you've completed it.
Oh, brilliant.
So you can keep checking where you're at.
Yeah. So I guess the question everybody's asking is what qualifies you to do this? I mean, obviously you're getting results and stuff, but what was your background that taught you all these tools and techniques?
Well, there's 3 backgrounds. Firstly, there's the academic background, where I've got qualifications in a lot of business topics, culminating in a PhD in organisational behaviour. Then there's my corporate background, where I learnt the ropes, so to speak, having started off as an accountant, and then moved into marketing, would you believe, and then into general management and becoming CEO of several companies, from merchant banking right through to airlines. And then at a certain age, I decided I wanted to go out on my own and use my learnings from the corporate world, which I have taken into my entrepreneurial side of my life. And again, most of the businesses I've owned, and prior to coming to UK, it was 14 different businesses. They've all been businesses that I've had to rebuild or build up from a low base.
Okay, so you've got lots of experience in doing this.
So I tend to either buy very poorly performing businesses and use my skills to build them up, or I have businesses that have not performed well but have taken them to the next level. And the tools I use on the course are the tools I've developed over the years of running these businesses.
Yeah.
And obviously they get updated because life moves on.
Yeah.
So, and these are the tools that you go away with from the course.
Yeah, so you've used them practically in your own businesses and seen massive results, and then you've applied them to other people and they've seen massive results as well.
Yes, and the course is about instructing them how to use the tools, but we sort of go right back to the beginning. We start right, even though we only deal with existing businesses, we go right back to the original vision, which often, in many cases, there isn't one. Yeah. That's why we have to go back and start there.
So for yourself, you said you've owned 14 businesses. Which one would you say was your biggest success that you're most proud of?
The biggest one I'm most proud of was with my oil and fuel distribution, where we did a lot of oil and fuel distribution for the Shell company, right throughout Australia. We had multiple service stations. We did all the marketing and selling for the products, and we built that. Yeah.
So 14 different industries. 14 different businesses, were they all in different industries?
Basically, yes, because part of my philosophy as an entrepreneur is never do the same thing twice. Because I don't want to do the same thing twice, because then I'll feel overconfident and, and it's boring.
So these business tools really are generic tools that go through all the different businesses. So anyone who comes along, they're going to get results from working with you.
Yes, because what we do is a lot of diagnostics about their own business. And because most businesses have some things they do very well, and then they have some things that they do not so well. Yeah. And what I try to do firstly is make sure they build the business on a strong foundation. So we acknowledge the things they do well, but we also need to find out what they don't do so well, which I call the quicksand. And if you build a business on quicksand, you'll end up with the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yeah. So we need to fix the basics, and then we go from there.
Excellent. So it's it's 2 hours every week for 6 weeks.
That's right. And we have a group of people. We tend to do it in small groups. So there's a lot of interaction amongst the group. And then following the course, after the 6 2-week sessions, we then have 2 1-hour coaching sessions, where that coaching is one-to-one with me and can be very specific to that particular business.
Yeah. So you keep the group to about 15 people, isn't it?
At the max.
At the max. And you all sit around the boardroom.
Yep, basically.
And there's homework that people do as well. Can you tell me about that?
Well, the idea of the homework is that I teach the concepts and talk about what they should be doing, but then they have to do the examination of their particular business. So they take the tools away. Maybe their business partners or other staff members will complete the documents. They will send them to me and I will have a look at them and I will give them feedback.
Yeah.
And also, we're also building a high-level strategic plan as we go through the courses. We start off with vision and mission, then we talk about customer value proposition, then we will start setting what the culture is, what the values are, then we'll move to short-term goals like within 12 months, then goal medium, 12 to 36 months, and then long-term goals.
Yeah.
And because I tell them at the beginning I've never owned a business for more than 4 years, most of them have as their 50-year goal exit.
That's excellent. I think what I like about that is the fact that all of these things are really important to the company, but if the entrepreneur, the owner goes away and does a 3-day course on it, they come back and try to make too much change too quickly without enrolling all the people that actually need to have buy-in to the changes that are going on. Whereas with this, it's just 2 hours. They get the concept, they go back and they talk to everybody, get their feedback, so everybody in your business feels like they're having an input. Yeah,
because one of the things I find is that the manager might have a perception of the business is doing certain things, but the other people in the business have a different perception.
Yeah.
And you've got to try and get the perception and reality together.
Yeah.
And so what I usually ask them to do is, if it's got more than one person as a staff member, is deal with their other people. So there is one view going forward rather than, everyone is singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah.
Right? Rather than just, doing their own thing. So that everyone has to buy into the vision and the mission, and it almost becomes a tool. You will give new staff members, you will give them this document. So this is us.
So how do you think having everybody all singing from a song sheet really does affect results compared to a company that perhaps they don't communicate with their staff?
Oh, well, it's absolutely vital. The culture of a business is the key. You need to develop the culture, and one of the key things in culture is the teamwork and people having buy-in to what the business is doing and understanding how their job supports the vision and mission.
Yeah.
Right? And this has been the main building block in my businesses. I've involved the people all the way.
Yeah.
And so we are working together as a team going forward. And because if you just want to play the big CEO, that's not going to make it work. You have to work as a team. Right? You have to be the leader and the mentor, sure, but everybody's got to be in on the plan.
So how long should a company have been existing for to be able to benefit from the course?
Well, I think about a minimum of a year, where they've got over the teething problems and got all their logistics sorted out, So then they can focus on growing their business. Because many businesses often initially will grow quite quickly. It's how to make the next leap is the real trick in becoming a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because often people who grow very quickly, that can cause a lot of problems, because often the businesses that go broke because they haven't set up their plans for that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So for somebody listening to this thinking, wow, that sounds really good, I'd love that for my business, how would they know that, and what should they do about enrolling on the course and finding out if it's really for them?
They can go onto our website, which has great detail of all the topics covered in the course. Or they can get a brochure from us. We have a 2-part brochure which in itself explains in detail. Or if they just want to know if it's right for them, they can give me a ring. Right? And because there's no point people coming on the course unless they're really serious about it.
Great. So if you want to have a chat with someone who's had 14 very successful businesses, all of which he's sold for millions within 4 years of starting, that's a great proposition, and then you can hear more about the course and whether it's right for you as well. So do give us a call and find out more about the course. Thank you, Patrick.
Okay, thank you very much, Naomi.